Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Oftentimes people feel very insignificant in this world. They feel very obscure and perhaps unimportant because they feel invisible here on this earth. Particularly, this happens as people get older, as the friends and loved ones that they have pass away, as their children move away. Maybe they become isolated to their home or to a nursing home or something like that, and they are basically disconnected from the world and feel very lonely and feel very unimportant in the world because they are no longer out and about, connecting with people and feeling like they're making an impact on the world around them. And they might begin to think that they're insignificant and not important. And this doesn't have to just be for a person who's old. Even young people can feel this way as they think about the billions of people who are on the earth, and maybe they're stuck in some obscure location, or they just feel like their little sphere of influence isn't really that significant. All of us can be susceptible to that feeling of loneliness, isolation, and obscurity. Well, hopefully our reading today will help us to have a different perspective in connection to this. And this is the verse that I'm about to read is taken from the time when God speaks to Job out of the whirlwind in Job 38. And he talks about, in verse 25, he says, "Who hath divided a water course for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder, to cause it to rain on the earth, where no man is, on the wilderness, wherein there is no man, to satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the bud of the tender herb to spring forth." Here, and I was reading from the King James Version, here God talks about his care for even the desolate places, even in the far wilderness where no one views it, where no human can observe it. God still brings rain upon the ground to care for it, and he causes the herb to spring forth and cares for it and brings life, even though no one will ever see it. And we can only assume that the reason why God would do so was for his own enjoyment, much like a person might tend to their own garden that no one else will see. And so God cares for those who are for the plants that are obscure. He still brings them forth for their own beauty and for his own enjoyment. And if we remember that in our own lives, it can help us to have the right perspective when we feel like perhaps that herb in the wilderness that no one sees, no one checks on, no one seems to care about. We got to remember that God still cares for us, even in our loneliness, even in our obscurity, and that he still wants to impart to us life. He still wants us to be vibrant. He still sees beauty in us, and he still can care for us just like he would anyone else on the earth. And so let's remember these words by God to Job, and let's be encouraged. When we feel lonely, when we feel isolated, when we feel obscure, we still can impart beauty that if no one else sees, God will see and enjoy as we live a life before him, as we exemplify the beautiful virtues that he places in us through his word, and as we live a life that is very pleasing to him. So these are some things we can think about and reflect on as we do our readings today. With that, guys, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.